right, guys, so let's talk about chalk. The first thing I want you to notice is my outfit change here. Well, I think this shirt is pretty awesome. I'm not wearing it just as a fashion statement. I'm wearing it because I'm protecting my clothes, because the material we're about to use, ta-da, chalk, is pretty messy. So I want to make sure that I don't accidentally get all that chalk stuff on my shirt. Now, the next thing you're going to need to know about our new material is that it breaks easy. But guess what? It's okay. It doesn't matter. You can still use these broken pieces. Even teeny tiny pieces like this can add a lot of color. So don't leave these on the floor. Pick them up off the table and put them back in your box at the end of class, because we're going to keep using them, okay? And if it accidentally breaks, you didn't break it on purpose, that's okay, because we can still use it. Now, because it is so messy, I am going to put at your tables about 2 of these wipes. It's not going to keep your hands completely clean, but you can use it along with your other table members to wipe off your hands every once in a while. You're also going to want to use a paper towel, and I'll show you what that paper towel is used for just a little bit later, so you'll get to see that when I'm demonstrating. Now, here I have my cupcake. So I drew it really big. Don't forget, if you haven't filled up your page, you want to draw your cupcake big. And then I'm going to add something special in my background. I'm going to add a line that will become the table. And this is going to make it look even more 3D. So I start my line here at the edge, and I'm going to go, 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 stop when I get to the cupcake, and then right across as if it was going through the cupcake, but I'm not drawing this part. I'm going to draw over here. And it's going to look like it's a tabletop behind my cupcake. Now I'm doing mine in white so that you guys can see it on the video, but you can do yours in pencil. Okay, so kind of like magic, just a simple little line. It makes it look 3D even more. Now next, we're going to color in what's called our backgrounds. You're not worried about the cupcake today because you're going to get to finish that cupcake next class. You're worried about this space behind your cupcake and this space below your cupcake. This is called your background. I'm going to choose 2 different colors for my background. I can choose any colors here except for white and black, and you will find that out. The reason for that, you'll find out a little bit later, okay? So I would like to use blue in the space above my cupcake here. So let me show you how to color properly with the chalk. You don't want to press super hard. In fact, you want to press pretty light. In fact, at first, you're going to see a lot of the green showing through. And then I'm not going to go all the way up to the edge of my cupcake. I'm going to leave a little space. So do you see how I'm kind of coloring around it, but not right up to it? Well, here's where I get to use the paper towel. So right now, you can kind of see all that green paper through it. Well, I'm going to carefully smudge it with my paper towel. And when I use my paper towel, I'm going to smudge right up to the edge of the cupcake, but not past it, not inside of it. Just like I'm coloring with a crayon and a coloring book, but this time I'm using my paper towel. Right up to the edge, but being very careful. Now, if I use too much chalk, this is really hard. That's why I said press soft, don't press hard. And now, let me show you how awesome and smooth that looks. Pretty cool, huh? So I'm gonna do it again, but this time I'm gonna do the bottom half here so you can see what that would look like with a different color. Now, with my bottom half, I'm gonna pick a color that contrasts with the blue up here so that it stands out. Ooh, maybe this bright green. And I'm gonna color lightly. And not all the way up to the edges, just kind of in the middle. I'm barely pressing. Okay, again, this is what it looks like at first. Not very smooth. I pick up my paper towel. I don't want to use the spot where the blue is, so I'm going to kind of fold it and use a clean spot. And I'm very carefully taking my time. Rub it all the way to the edge. And that is gonna make it nice and smooth. Cool. Now, at the end of class, you should know this as you're working because you might be able to save yourself some time as you're working. You're gonna need to organize your chalk pastels at your table. So do you see how this one, even though the pieces are broken, every little single spot has just one color? So I'm gonna put this blue, not right here by the green, because it's not green, people. I'm gonna put it over here by the blue. All right, and then this green is gonna go by the green so that it stays nice and organized for that next class.